Well, hello. Welcome back to another exciting edition of Coffee with Stephen. So this week's blog is entitled Federal Officers and Fashionistas. There seems to be a lot of consternation among people, and candidly, a lot of people on my end of the more libertarian political spectrum that are deeply concerned about the deployment of federal officers into some of the municipalities like Chicago and Portland and Seattle, where rioting has gone completely out of control. And we now see the presence of individuals wearing camouflage. In fact, many people had originally misidentified them as being actual military personnel, and then taking some of these, I'm going to call them rioters, and putting them into unmarked vehicles. That's another thing that seems to deeply concern people, is that the vehicles are not properly identified. So first of all, you've got to understand that, the vehicles that law enforcement use are oftentimes unmarked. And the mere fact that somebody's being placed in an unmarked vehicle is not particularly problematic to me. Now, if there's no arrest record of this individual, that becomes an issue, okay? I mean, that's the kind of stuff that Argentina did in the 1970s when people started to disappear. So that would actually raise a major concern as far as I am concerned on this one. However, the mere fact that people are going into extraordinarily violent situations while wearing uniforms that are designed to protect them, I'm not concerned about that at all. Now, I will tell you, and I go into this when I'm in the blog, I've never felt particularly comfortable with the militarization in appearance of regular law enforcement. I don't have any hesitation of specialty weapons teams being heavily militarized. Once a specialty weapons team has been called out for a deployment into a community where there's an actual event that's taking place, effectively, we've crossed the Rubicon at that point, okay? People's lives are now in jeopardy, and the people that are responding to these things oftentimes are placing their lives in jeopardy. And I'll be absolutely honest, if wearing black body armor helps to save these law enforcement officers' lives, then wear the black body armor. The fact that it's intimidating, yeah, damn right, it's supposed to be intimidating. The physical presence of the law enforcement officer in that getup is an actual use of force. It's the lowest level on the force continuum, but mere presence is designed to cause people to behave differently, all right? Now, when it comes to garden variety patrol officers and patrol deputies, I actually would prefer them looking far more like what cops used to look like. Reality is, law enforcement should not be construed as being an occupying force. Law enforcement is there to ensure that a community is able to operate and that people have the predictability of knowing that in their daily lives, they're going to be safe, okay? When they look at law enforcement as being somehow an antagonistic group of individuals, or with some sort of heavy-handed behavioral system or something like that, that's when we start running into some issues, okay? But that notwithstanding, I wanted to focus specifically on those guys and gals that are showing up, and they're actually from the Department of Homeland Security. They're not from the United States military, to engage in these, what effectively is counterinsurgency operations. So anyways, read the blog. It's at artemishq.com. If you go up to the blog at the upper right-hand corner, it'll take you directly there, and I've included the link into this video as well. As always, I want you to train constantly, train consistently, train repetitively, and train with purpose. Above all else, stay safe.